a bird, often called the dumbest creature on land. Hi, I'm Cole A. Bear. Welcome to Goofy Animals. Today, we're going to show you the ostrich, the fastest runner on two legs on Earth, sprinting at over 60 kilometers per hour. They're unbeatable when they run, but their brains are kind of useless. Believe it or not, their brain is actually smaller than their huge 5-centimeter eyes. The Bible even describes them as unlucky creatures who were not given wisdom by God. Today, we're going to show you the ostrich's stupid but adorable side. All right, let's take a closer look. Ostriches live in groups, but they don't really have anything like family bonds. For example, imagine a male from family A walking along with his mate and chicks. If another group, family B, comes along, the males may start fighting, and everything turns into a huge commotion. Ostriches are also very sensitive to sound, so even one loud noise can send them into a panic, and both families get completely mixed up. When things finally calm down and the flock starts walking again, their family lineup is totally scrambled. They can't remember their own mate's face, and they can't tell their own chicks from someone else's. If they had 5 chicks before, and now there are 7 or 3, they don't even notice. They don't have any concept of numbers. So the members of families A and B, their family structure now completely messed up, calmly walk together as if they had always been one family. Penguins that form colonies, on the other hand, are said to be able to return from the sea and still pick out their own chick from among thousands packed tightly together on land. They're both birds, but the difference is like heaven and earth. Ostrich behavior is all over the place. No pattern, no logic. If one suddenly starts running on a whim, the others follow, like an attack of impulses with no reason and no goal. The one in front isn't a leader, and there isn't really any reason they start running. In captivity, ostriches sometimes can't make a turn because of their speed and crash right into the fence. They may suddenly run and fall off a cliff, get lost, or even forget that a person is riding on their back. Their memory is weak, and they're not very good at understanding what's going on around them. Even ostrich researchers are completely stumped by this chaotic behavior and say, in despair, that the only rule they found is that there is no rule. In the end, with their level of intelligence, it's fair to say they're basically not thinking at all. Most birds like to stay clean. Because feathers are important tools for flying, they constantly groom them and keep them clean, and never skip maintenance like water baths or sand baths. Ostriches are very un-bird-like in this respect. They hardly ever groom their feathers. They don't mind even when they're covered in mud, and they run around just fine with their own poop still stuck on them. Maybe because they don't fly, they're not very picky about their feathers. But this lack of sensitivity is one of the ostrich's big traits. They're also extremely dull when it comes to feeling pain from injuries. When 2 or more ostriches are kept together, they sometimes pluck each other's feathers or peck at each other's behinds. An ostrich's feather roots are about as thick as the tip of a human pinky, so when their feathers are pulled out like that, they're left with holes that bleed. Most birds are weak against injuries and can die from even a small wound. Budgerigars, for example, can become anemic and face a life-threatening situation from just a few drops of blood. But ostriches hardly ever die, even when they suffer terrible injuries, so bad you can see the bone. If humans give them proper treatment, the wound closes in a few days, and in about a month, the skin grows back and they're as good as new. There are very few creatures with this kind of healing power. Ostriches may be sad creatures who were not given wisdom by God, but their incredible healing and strong immunity are the ostrich's true weapons. Ostriches can produce huge amounts of antibodies against viruses and pathogens in less than half the time it takes other animals. So why can ostriches pull off something like this? The secret lies in their primitive genes. In mammals like mice, the genes that make antibodies are fixed. But in ostriches' genes, there is flexibility. Thanks to this, ostriches can catch many kinds of antigens and make many different antibodies at the same time. They also have the trait of moving large amounts of antibodies they make inside their body into the biggest eggs in the animal world to protect their chicks. The benefit of taking antibodies out of these huge eggs is beyond measure. Amazingly, antibodies can be mass-produced at 1/4000th the cost of making them with mice or rabbits. These antibodies, born from this idiot, are actually saviors of humankind. They've been mixed into masks for COVID-19 protection, and it's been confirmed that they can remove 99.6% of the virus. In the United States, hospital treatments have already used sprays that puff the antibodies into the nose and even put them into ventilator humidifiers to send them deep into the lungs of seriously ill patients. The future of us humans might just be in the hands of this lovable idiot. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. On Goofy Animals, we not only share animals' silly charm, but also explain their biology, their amazing abilities, and how they help our daily lives in an easy-to-understand way. Be sure to subscribe to the channel.